I cannot tell you how to literally improve your memory. I know nothing about that because I am not a doctor or a brain scientist, but I've spent most of my life being really terrible about forgetting things. I have a reputation for leaving stuff at people's houses and forgetting appointments. It's really pretty embarrassing, but I have gotten a little bit better over the last couple years because of a few strategies. So I'm going to share those with you today. And they mostly boil down to 3 steps: eliminate, obstruct, or check in. But no matter which of those you choose, depending on what thing you're trying not to forget, the ultimate tip I can give you, it all boils down to plan to forget. Instead of saying, I won't forget to do this, or I can't forget to do this, say, I will forget to do this. Or instead of saying, I have to remember to blank, say, I won't remember to blank. Because although that sounds like some weird negative self-talk, it's actually really helpful in this situation. I can't remember who I first heard this idea from of plan to forget, and I even tried to Google it so I could credit the right person, but I can't figure it out. Essentially what you're doing is you are just assuming that you're gonna forget. So let's say, for example, future you was able to send past you a list of everything you're going to forget this week. So you get a letter in the mail and it lists everything you forgot. Maybe you forgot your keys on Monday, you forgot your lunch on Tuesday, you forgot an appointment on Wednesday, etc. Well, it would be really easy with that list to plan around it and not actually forget those things if future you could let you know, right? So the idea of this concept is that you're basically just assuming you're gonna forget these things. So for example, say somebody told you you're gonna forget your lunch tomorrow. What would you do? Maybe you could put your keys in the fridge. That's something I do a lot, actually. Just be careful, because one time, I think my mom did this and she ended up losing her keys for like an hour because she couldn't remember she put her keys in the fridge. So make sure you remember you put your keys in the fridge. I don't know, write a note, tell somebody else you're doing it. I've never had that problem, but it could happen. Anyways, getting a little off topic. The point is, make yourself notes, phone reminders, tell other people, whatever you have to do so that you won't forget. And instead of hoping you're going to remember, you are planning to forget. You are assuming you'll forget, and using that mindset of assuming you're going to forget, you are able to plan ahead for how to not forget. Forgetting is a result of overestimating yourself. So every time you forget something, you overestimated yourself, and you might feel discouraged. You might kind of want to beat yourself up for being so forgetful, but really you should just recognize that you overestimated yourself. That's okay. We all do it, especially with things that we forget. And so the next time, think about how you can not overestimate yourself in the same situation. Maybe you put your clothes out the night before, or the things you're gonna need by the door, whatever. Clothes, you're not gonna forget your clothes. I don't know what I'm saying. The point is, don't be hard on yourself. Just stop overestimating yourself and it'll go better next time. Now let's get into these 3 steps, and I don't ever do all 3 of them. I usually just pick one. So the first one, and I think is the best when you can do it, although it doesn't work for all situations, is to eliminate. So eliminating the need to remember in the first place. So this can come down to, let's say you put a subscription for a certain grocery on auto buy so that you automatically get that delivery every month. You don't have to remember to get at the grocery store anymore because it's automatically coming to your doorstep. Another version of this, something I recently started doing, and I can't really speak for how well it works because I honestly started like 2 days ago, is I pack my whole gym bag for the week ahead. So on Sunday or Monday, I pack 6 outfits and I put them all in my trunk so that I have an outfit for the gym every day. So that when I'm in my work clothes or my street clothes and I decide to go to the gym, I already have those clothes with me. I don't have to think about it each morning. I guess technically I have to remember at the beginning of the week, but that's a lot easier. I'm still eliminating the remembering for 6 out of the 7 days a week. Other ways to do this is to have spares of things. So for example, I've been meaning to get a laptop cord for my office so that I have one for my office and at home. That way I don't have to worry about remembering my laptop cord anymore. Yes, it's not too hard to just keep it with my laptop, but it would be even easier if I had 2 of them, and that would completely eliminate the need to remember. So if at all possible, try to think of a way to completely eliminate the need to remember something. Now, of course, that does not work for everything that you need to remember. So if that is not an option, the next thing to try is to obstruct. So ways to obstruct would be, like I mentioned, putting your keys in the fridge. The remembering isn't exactly completely eliminated in that case, but there's a huge obstruction to forgetting. You're not going to be able to get in your car unless you go to the fridge to get your keys. And you're probably going to remember your lunch by the time you go to your fridge to get your keys. Other ways of doing this would be things like putting a note on the door, or you may have put a little sticky note on your dash if you were low on gas so you didn't forget to fill up on gas. Really annoying phone reminders with alarms can serve the same purpose. Things like that. Obstruct yourself from continuing your day unless you remember this thing. If any of this is helpful, please like. If not, dislike. I really appreciate the feedback either way, and I love your comment. And the third one, and this is kind of the worst one, but for some things there's just no other option, and that is check-in. If you can't eliminate or obstruct, then you're probably gonna have to do a check-in of some sort, which comes down to things like lists. So checking a list, maybe a packing list to see if you remembered everything, or having certain apps that you check that help you remember maybe your finances, or reminder apps. Those can kind of be a mix of checking and obstructing, because if the reminder app pops up with an alarm, then it's more obstructing, which is better. But sometimes you're just going to have different check-ins where you check a list, you check something that is going to remind you what you need to remember. Another little tip I have that's sort of off topic with all of these, but it is to be a bag lady or a bag dude. Be a bag person. I kind of always resisted purses because I was like, I just want to throw my phone in my back pocket. I have my credit cards like on my phone case, and I want to carry like 2 things in my pockets. I don't want to lug around a purse. But I have since changed my ways, because having a purse has not only helped me to remember things a million times better, it also helps me to keep my car clean, and it's just made my life a lot easier. And so I think having different bags for things can be so incredibly helpful. I have 3 bags that I carry with me almost every single day. One has my computer and my basic electronics, like my microphone and my camera stand, things that I use every day. And then another bag has my piano books and my homework from my piano teacher. And my third bag is my purse, and it has things like deodorant, my contacts, my glasses, lotion, hand sanitizer, makeup, basically everything I could need for the day. It's very helpful to have that, because then in the morning I don't have to think anymore about what am I going to need for the day, especially because I live pretty far from town. So it has been so wonderful to just have a purse with all my essentials. It has doubles of a lot of stuff, and I no longer have to think about what I'm going to need for the day when I'm leaving. All I have to remember now is to grab those 3 bags, and I am done. Now I have an action step for you today if you would like to accept the challenge, and that is to pick one thing that bugs you, that you forget a lot, or that's just really bad when you forget it, and plan to forget it. So think about the type of thing. Maybe it's to bring something, where you put something. It could be appointments, events, things you want to buy, and plan to forget it using either eliminate, obstruct, or check-in. And again, I think those are in the order of best to least best. Eliminate being the best, obstruct being medium, not quite as bad, and then check-in. Sometimes you have to do a check-in, but try to not have things as check-ins if possible. Eliminate and obstruct are much better. And then test it out, and if it works, fantastic, keep doing it, and if not, adjust and figure out maybe something else. Try a different technique. Hope this is helpful. Let me know which things you hate forgetting, and if you have any tips for how to remember those that have helped you, I would love to hear them, because I'm sure this is not an extensive list of tips by any means. Thanks for watching. See you on Thursday with another video. Bye.